Hi, I'm Kate Lever and this is my new book, Good Dog. It's about some beautiful dogs who changed and sometimes even saved the lives of the human beings they live with. First off, I tell the story of my dog Bertie, who helps me through periods of depression. He's a 3-year-old Shih Tzu we adopted from Battersea Dogs Home a few years ago, and he brings such joy to my life. Then what I did is I went out and found 10 other incredible dogs who've changed and saved the lives of the human beings they are lucky enough to live with. It was a beautiful time for me. I got to travel around and meet and pat all these wonderful dogs and hear about how drastically they changed these people's lives. So we've got a dog who works in a medium security prison in Northern Ireland. We've got a dog who helps children learn to read in a special needs school. We've got an autism support dog. We've got a therapy dog who works in a dementia ward. And we've got a schnoodle who woke his owner up from a coma and now works at the hospital as a therapy support dog. So some pretty special dog stories. For this book club today for Northbank, I'm going to read you an extract from the introduction chapter. It's about the history of our relationship with dogs, with just a little mention of my dog Bert. So here we go. I get in trouble with my boyfriend whenever I refer to our dog Bertie as my firstborn son. The anthropomorphism is a bit much even for him, who otherwise adores our small, smelly companion as much as I do. I can't find another way of conveying just how serious I am about my affection for our 58-centimetre long hairy housemate. He's a living creature, roughly the size of a big newborn human, who depends on us for food and love and warmth and safety. The way he nuzzles his wet nose into my neck while we watch telly at night makes me feel maternal. I'm not a mother, so this is the most powerfully responsible I've ever felt for a breathing, snuffling, snoring, farting little being. Besides, I find it funny to wind my boyfriend up. I'm not entirely mad though. Every time I whisper, "Who's my baby boy?" into my dog's floppy silver-tipped ears, I'm simply verbalizing a complex bond between two species that's existed for tens of thousands of years. The remains of a dog from 14,000 years ago were found buried beside a family of humans in Germany, a proximity in death that implies a life lived together. Archaeologists have found dog bones that were buried lovingly beside humans in Siberia 8,000 years ago and North America 9,000 years ago. Chemical analysis has revealed that these dogs ate the same food as their accompanying humans, meaning they were well cared for and fed. They were treated in some ways as equals. Human beings used to kill and eat dogs too, but in most cultures that stopped once people started treating dogs as beloved companions, status symbols, working dogs, and members of the family. With protection from human beings, dogs have been substantially more evolutionarily successful than their original ancestor, the Eurasian grey wolf. It's less about survival of the fittest, more about survival of the cutest. Experts squabble over exactly what prompted wolves to evolve into human-friendly dogs. Some say that humans enlisted wolves to hunt for them, but actually wolves are not the kind of species to give up food once they've chased it down. It's more likely that a very long time ago, somewhere between 14,000 and 33,000 years ago, according to feuding scientists, wolves started following packs of humans, probably hoping to pick up a few food scraps. Humans recognized the wolves' potential usefulness as hunters and guardians, so they learned to work together as a team and then share the food. They would also have relied on these companion wolves or prototype dogs to warn them of danger, barking at any strangers, intruders, or unwelcome beasts who approached their tribe's home. Archaeological evidence tells us that when humans migrated across the planet, they took their canine pals with them. The friendlier among these wolves became true companions, protected and treated with affection. Friendly wolves bred with friendly wolves, which ultimately resulted in the dog, a slightly genetically different creature. These creatures started evolving alongside us, getting closer to the cuties we coddle today. Gradually, their ears got floppier, their tails got waggier, and their coats became splotchy. The closeness between dogs and our ancestors even affected the way their brains developed, and possibly even ours. And that is where I will leave it today. But for more science and more beautiful stories about dogs, and yes, some mention of my own Shih Tzu, you'll have to read the rest.